the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to
Hi, race fans. Welcome. We're here back again, Daytona style. And boy, last night, woo, what a thriller for the Money Series here. This is the Ford Entertainment Group Money Series Saturday night edition. Up to Duck, how you doing out there? Right now, qualifying. And if you know anything about the qualifying here, it's all open. And, you know, I'm not a big, when it comes to the plate tracks, Corey, I'm not really big. Qualifying to me, it just doesn't have that meaning like most other tracks.
No, it does not. You can go from dead last all the way up to first in about a lap and a half. You can go from first all the way back to dead last in about a lap and a half.
All right, out here, like Max ready. It's going to be up top. And last night, pit stops became I won't say an issue, but it came down to the wire because Matt Quick pulled it off, and he had to be right there. If it wasn't for the last two cautions coming out, he would have probably ran out of fuel. Obviously, carnage. Last lap. Gotta love it.
Yeah, you always gotta love the little bit of carnage mixed in with the racing action.
Gonna love this one. What we got coming on?
Looks like Eddie Hawks has now moved himself to the top of the board here for qualifying with 0 time left on the clock.
You know, the thing about that is, too, is draft plays a huge factor with open style setup. See what we got. Qualifying come to a close. Move anybody.
What do you mean?
Well, I could never move anybody here. I never really looked while they were down there at the bottom. How many dudes were down there?
I can't move out of general. Or never mind, that ain't general.
Okay, I can move them now. Got access. Good deal. Well, the reason I asked is because I didn't know how many people were down there, and obviously if we have a caution, interview somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I never really looked down there because sometimes there wasn't nobody in Discord. Now, look down there, there's a lot of drivers. Pick 1 or 2 and caution. Now there's going to be a caution.
Mm-hmm.
But Cody said last night, he goes, it's SuperSpeedway. There's going to be a caution.
Well, Duck Goose, I'm not seeing your buddy Cells out there tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, he wasn't there last night. I don't know what, week off maybe? Oh. Got a little smaller field here tonight. Only 28 here tonight. Not sure of anything that's going on tonight.
Well, you know, the pay is based off of 35 entries, so
Okay.
he cuts the payout based on the percentage of drivers. So,
All right.
I mean, whatever 28 out of 35 is, whatever that percentile is, that's what 80% of drivers showed up.
Something. I'm still going to say 300 to the leader or first and 100 all the way to fifth, and then I'll let Jeff follow that awesome math.
And if he goes off of 80%, it should be 240 to the winner.
Give or take.
Somewhere between 250 and 300, give or take.
At 350. I'm at 350.
Yeah, I'd rather my full payment. I don't care. They didn't show up.
Jeff's watching. No basketball game. There's no basketball games going on this time, and nothing else. So I don't know. I don't know.
I'll tell you what it is. It's real race season. That's what.
I don't care about it.
Everybody's out at their local racetrack. We got rained out. Well, 28 trucks should still be a good one. Eddie Hawks, that man that set the quickest lap of the 28 show-ups tonight. No, I wouldn't imagine that, Duck. I can't imagine people would miss a race for watching the NFL draft.
Yeah, it's a long track here tonight. These guys actually were pretty patient. Now, the one thing about us, NFL draft, that was the other night. They don't really affect. That's Friday night, man. Most people thought last night would have been slow. If that was true, we had 47 trucks last night, so the draft don't matter. I don't know. You might be right though, man. We do have a lot of local racetracks open up. A lot of people might be out and about in those. And that's probably what's going to happen during summertime. I had a feeling Friday, Saturday, money races probably will go down a little bit, but who knows, it might stay high. Everybody on money races. Got money on the line.
Yes, you do. Here we go. We're underway down turn number 1. Eddie Hawks, 45 truck. He'll lead him down. He's got a good band. He's got Matthew Lee right behind Matthew Lee. He is going to go up, get in front of Max Brady there in the 57.
Does. We got Hawks, Lee, Brady, McCullen. Remember Kenneth McCullen? He's one of those types that likes to just drop back to the back. So we're going to see if he does that here early on. Right now he's hanging right there in that 6th place spot. But, you got, I saw him out there.
Baines?
Baines, I thought I saw him.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah. 10. So he'll be working his way to the front. He likes to stay up in front. Along with Lee. Where's the other one? Baker. Let's see Baker.
Baker didn't show up tonight.
Okay, so Baker's not out here tonight, but last night, him and Lee got caught up on a last lap. Well, it wasn't last lap. I think it was around about lap 5 or so, mayhem style wreck. But hey, that's plate track racing for you.
Yes, it is.
2x2. Lee, Bello, Brady, the whole hand. McCullen. Oh, there's Chris McCullen. So there's the McCullen boys. All right. A while since I've seen both of them out there.
Oh yeah, very good.
What's up, Jeff, man? Corey was up here wondering, is the payout cut? What's the payout cut to? We know it says 300 as they go 3 wide. He did this last night only for a little bit. one truck meet in the middle of the 7. So he is wondering what the payout is. He's up here trying to figure it out on his fingers and toes. So figured you could help him out a little bit. Ooh, they already getting dicey.
Ooh, yes they are. 3 wide action early on lap number 3. That's Eddie Hawks, the white truck, 45, in the middle of the lanes here at the high banks of Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, you could do 3 wide here, but it's really unstable to sit there. You see Jason Maines in the middle. Really no help on that high, far lane, and Maines is probably going, dude, man, keep the line in the middle here. Even all over like a drunk. High lane coming to life, man. Kenny McCullen, he's pushing to the front. Normally don't see him this early doing that. But him, well, there again, though, he does have his teammate here with Chris McCullen. So, and he leaves him out to dry. Well, let's see if Kenny McCullen actually slows up that low line. Let's Chris get up here.
That might be what he's attempting to do, and he's got the space behind the last truck in line on the bottom group to try to slow him up enough where middle can outrun him.
Chris right now, though, is getting kind of stuck almost in that middle. He needs help from those other 3. And you see Kenneth up there, he's going to go give him the help. He says, all right, look. I think the plan was there. Kenneth was going to drop down slowly, low line in, and let Chris, but Chris kind of got hung out the drop top, and now they're 3 by 3. Oof. He wasn't getting the push. Chris wasn't getting the push from that 45 like he wanted.
Oh, we got some darn Eddie Hawks around.
There goes the 45.
1 car incident right there. Well, you won't see a yell for that one.
Back and go back and watch it. Watch the white machine right there, folks. Get 3 wide. Probably a bump draft going wrong. He was weaving a lot too. Oh no, the inside truck just came up. Got him. Just like that, he's way off the pace.
Yeah, that was the Tide machine of Chris's Ofeld that got into him.
Yep. All right, still a good one here right now. Still locked up in the front. You got a little pack back here, about a second or so back, and then you go a little further on back. 21st base spot. 2 trucks back there. Bad. Bo Jackson's up front here, though.
Yes, sir. That's where all the action is right now, up at the front. 2 by 2. You got... Oh, we got contact between the 0424 and they saved it. That got a little scary for a moment. I kind of shocked me, actually.
Wow.
I wasn't prepared.
Let's see. Man got shuffled back on that one's Jason Maines. Which I don't know. He might be thinking, I don't want to stay back here. Guys getting a little racy up front.
I think Maines was already back there.
It was up front right before that one where the Hawks went in. I think went out when he had to slow up a little. Oh, wow. Now he's probably thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll just stick out back here. might be safer.
You know what? Nobody that made contact right there lost position. Lee is still
awesome.
where he was, and Jeremy Paris is still where he was.
Yeah, that's, like I said, good save up there. Kenneth McCullen still leading out front here. Watching Chris here. I know Kenneth's trying to watch. I mean, the thing about it is Kenneth can't slow that inside lane up too much because, you know, trucks in front of Chris and they'll drop him.
Oh, we got some takers here. Okay.
Well, remember it's only 55% fuel. They can go. Last night they were going about 20 to 22 laps. 22 was about the max, depending on where you were on the track. So might be about that time.
And what was the fuel load last night?
55.
Okay.
5 minutes. 5.
All right, so Matthew Lee elected not to take his quick fix under pit stop action there. I mean, the truck is all right. There's a little crinkle up on the right front fender. That's about it. It should handle all right for him still.
Oh, yeah.
The second little group here, that's Matt Quick and Raymond Reitnauer coming in.
So, I mean, I think a lot of these guys are going to probably start dropping down single file. I bet you Kenneth's going to let Chris fall down. I think he might have let him fall down in front of him. You know those two guys are going to come in the pit.
You know it. So a couple little groups made their pit stops already early on, lap number 10. Going for a fuel strategy gameplay here.
Who's y'all's favorite drivers out there? Let us know. Who you rooting for? Who you not rooting for? Who you want to see hit the wall? Corey was out there, I'd say.
Oh, now Joseph, I do good at plate tracks. I about won a plate track last week in the Cup cars. I was about.
Notice he said he out.
Oh, I was 0.017 seconds away from getting my first win. So there you go. I was also 0.017 from getting second, too. I had second, but... Look at this, they're getting dicey up at the front, tied truck up in the wall. That's gonna
truck, man.
Bumble them up right there. Ooh. Miles Brown had to really check up, lost all the momentum he had. Might hurt him here. Hanging into the draft, they're getting more dicey up at the front here. A little bit of door contact between Jeremy Paris, Devin Anderson.
Good race so far. You see Hellos, Anderson, Fullhand, Paris. Kenneth now, he drops back to the back. He said, okay, now y'all get too basic.
Yeah, the McCall is there like, oh, okay, that's 2 door bangs and 1 lap work getting out of this.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
On lap 13.
It's only lap 13, Joe. What were you going to say?
Well, I thought I looked at it and thought it was close to lap 20. Getting ready for pit stop.
It's within the window here.
I mean, so the other guys are banking more on going further out, getting off cycle from everybody else. Like Lee and Maines, they're going to work together. Rittenauer back there, they're all on a different cycle.
Yeah, it's Matt Quick, Rittenauer, Maines, Lee, and Brady all cycled in with each other from early pit stops.
Well, there you go, man. He's put a link out there. So if you want to race tomorrow night, you can.
And what's tomorrow night?
I guess money race.
Let me see. $13 entry.
Registration plate.
Payouts $5 per lap led, includes cautions. Well, I could just cheese that one.
Man,
I'd run out
everybody's
of
gonna be wanting to lead that, man.
I would want to lead at least
Now I gotta ask, if it's on a plate track, how in the world he gonna keep up with that?
Well,
He gonna have to go back and watch the. He gonna have to go back and watch the doggone race 3 times.
No, because it shows how many laps you led under the results page, and we got a caution here, Jeff. I'm not sure where.
Clayton. One of them involved. Oh yeah, they're back there with the tide machine, and he gets hooked. And next thing you know, it's just mayhem. Ouch. Tide truck, he's been all over the track. Yes.
Oh.
5 truck. In there and kind of carnage from
the 25 truck, that is Josh Van Westen.
and then weaving. A little bit early for pit stops, but you might as well come on in and get them.
Yeah, I mean, we were close to the window anyways. You might as well come in and get your gas, and there they come. Even the ones that went off cycle,
yeah, that's what I was curious to see if they're coming in. It doesn't look like they are, so.
Still strategy plays here, maybe. I mean, 5-lap different strategy. Everybody still has to make a few pit stops in between now and the end of the race either way, so I mean, I can see it. Crashes are more likely to happen at the back.
True. And you know, Lee and them, they like controlling that front, so not too bad. Well, appreciate everybody out there tonight. Likes and shares, I know the league appreciate it. Got our money race here, Saturday night style. Entertainment Group. Talking about Ford Entertainment Group. Hey, if you're looking for a PC, you know, running Jeff out there, he specializes in mostly sim racing PCs, but he can build you about anything you want him. If you like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Minecraft, he can fix you up definitely with something that's awesome. But it also gets some racing paraphernalia like wheels, pedals, rig. Yeah, peripherals.
Paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia. I don't know what they sell out of that, but hey, and they might have some smoking hot sim rigs. There we go. So, gets a sim rig, motion rig, or anything like that. He can get hooked up on that too. Might get you paraphernalia if you need it. I don't know if he dabbles in that side of stuff or not. We'll leave it at that. Anyways, but Ford Entertainment Group, man, see good guys there. Check them out. They definitely get you fixed up. Jeff and all them will appreciate it, man. Letting us come up here, OSR Network, broadcast this thing for you. Friday, Saturdays is always fun. And he does a lot of leagues too. I mean, he does the Friday, Saturday, Monday League. He's obviously got, you know, he does a Sunday league here now. He's just started a Sunday one here too, but he has a Monday actual league actually out. He's dabbling a little bit with Wednesday, Thursday with some money series. So got something for a little bit of everybody, man. If you just like coming out here racing the race, not have to worry about a lot, win some money, there you go. Place to be is right here.
I'm still advocating for a dirt money race here, Jeff, if you are up for it.
I would say that would probably be very, very popular.
He said he's tried it.
Well, there's so many of them out there, and dirt would be a little bit harder. I understand the super speedways are like bull
Gambling.
yeah, gambling and bull style, and anybody can win here in the super speedway. Not anybody can win on dirt. That's probably another one. Is you're gonna have dirt ringers coming in, just always winning, the same guy winning. And you'll feel like probably throwing your money. Here, I could come in this thing and win this race. You know, and I ain't racing over a year. That's kind of how super speedways are. That's probably the biggest difference. That's probably why. That's the biggest difference I would see. Why? Probably not a dirt one. If I had to guess.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Max Brady out to the lead here. Matt Lee got Mains and Reitenhauer. Matt Quick all in line. Those 5 trucks that pitted lap 10, they are already hooked up and sailing.
Oh yeah, they are. What's up, BB? How you doing? Got Brady out front. Gonna see outside lane's gonna try to form up a little bit. Everybody's kind of freight train single file right now.
Oh, a little bit of blink action out of Miles Brown right there.
Something you don't want to see as a driver.
I like to call them the front door clear for me. They'll clear the front door.
Problem is when they come back.
Well, yeah, plate tracks, I don't like the front doors that blink. It's other tracks that do. This plate track, when the front door clears the track, he clears the whole track for you.
Out in here with Chris, who's trying to get that high lane going. Got Mulhan right there along with him. You know, you just got a whole freight train of inside drivers, and don't see any takers to jump up there. Hey, back there in the back. Eventually get up there, but buddy, right now, and Steve Mulhan needs a little bit more side draft if he wants to push to the front.
Yeah, it's Joe Cogburn a few cars back on the outside all by himself. It's not enough cars up top to make any kind of movement forward. See if Joe
Slowly
Cogburn
but surely are. Now, if they use the side draft, you can see him right there. He's trying. They might be able to get up there. I don't know if they got enough to push past the inside lane, but it's going to take them a little bit to get up there. It just shows you the difference in draft of these trucks and the Xfinity car. Dale's not racing tonight, man. Doing pretty good though, BB. We're wondering where everybody was at tonight. I took a night off. And we was talking last night. Some of the best pushers out here. Matt Lee comes to mind. Probably one of the best out here pushing. That guy is just solid. Keeps the truck right there glued, stable, in line. And pretty much if I want anybody pushing me around the track, he's about the top one. Like he's overheating a little bit because he's trying to duck out in some air.
Well, you talk about pushing. You can be a good pusher, but the one that you're pushing has to be good at holding their truck stable as well.
And that's why usually you see them hooked up with Mains or Baker. And last night it was just, work of art. Baker and Lee was hooked up, and they were like a board, straight as an arrow going around the track. And Mains was down low, and it was them two up top, and they were just able to he was able to push Baker right past the low line easily because they were working, like what you just said. There's Matt Quick, who won last night. It's strategy, so he brought home the big money last night for bumps. But he pitted with 22 laps to go. Their caution came out. He pitted with 22 to go. Put it right on the window. But he needed another caution really to make it because that 22 was very close. And got it. He got that and more. He got another caution also afterwards. But coming to the line, it was mayhem. Maines was pretty much boxed in. He was pushing. Maines was in second, and they were both down low. Maines couldn't go high, he couldn't go low, because he had truck room. So, but then I think the fourth on back or something, they just all kind of elected each other, come to the line, wrecking, just normal mayhem. Quick was able to pull it off.
Interesting. Well,
although Maines didn't come up for his interview, I don't know if he's upset or what.
Probably upset about something. Well, here's the cavalry came into play here. Joe Cockburn, Kenneth McCullough, and Chad Ross all lined up behind Chris McCullough and John Mollahan. That outside group has helped.
Does. Oh, Corey Stahl, he is back here in 18th, hanging on to the tail end of this pack, so kind of just biding his time. Corey's in a different paint job this week. Yeah, he's in a different paint.
It's been so long for me, I don't remember.
Well, there's that hotline. Coming to life. All hands got it.
And see if these outside lane drivers know the bottom 5 have to come in earlier than everybody else at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of them pitted on lap 9. Bottom 3 did. Brady, Lee, and Maines all pitted at lap 9. Rittenauer pitted at lap 10, so they're about 6 or 7 laps different.
Well, we're going on about a good 15 lap run or so here under green.
David out there says he was waiting to make his move. Hey, there you go. Still early. You got time.
Team distance now. They're going the distance. There you go.
Now, right now that top lane biding its time, seeing what it could do.
Well, eventually, if they get lucky, all 5 of them will be ahead of the 6th truck on the bottom groove, and they'll be able to just easily shoot down.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, that car would be the 24 Jeremy Paris to separate the high side when the bottom 5 have to come in.
Good so far. Ohan's still leading that pack up top. Brady's got the pack down low. Ohan, he is getting sidetracked. And there comes the top guys on pit road.
They're going to bring Paris and Balu with them too.
All right, here comes Maines. Oh, he got his pit box. Missed it only one time last night.
Well, ever since he started making them, I've been too concerned for him.
He was practicing, that's what. Been good. So they're, like I say, they're off cycle. And I think they're doing that by design too, so.
What design that is, I would not know, as here comes the other off-cyclers, Matt Quick and Reitenhauer. They're going to bring along Corey Stahl with them.
Yeah. Well, it would have brought them last night. They did the same thing. They came in at lap 6. and then they made their pit stop late, which they were okay fuel-wise. Guys should be okay fuel-wise. Got a few lap machines on the outside. There's Kenneth and Chris McCullen.
Look at the push that Chad Ross is given to Joe Cogburn there to get those two out front. Cogburn has it if he wants to abandon Chad Ross, but with that kind of a push, I wouldn't abandon the dance partner so soon.
That's what I'm saying. That's like last night. Baker, man, had several opportunities to drop down low in front of Maines, but he stayed up high with Lee. You know, they were working so well. I've always said it. You got a good guy, man, that knows how to push and going to stay there with you. Wouldn't abandon your dance partner. Brought you to the party. Might want to hang on to it.
Coming across the line at lap 32 here.
Cogburn, Allhan, Chris, Ross, McCullen right there. Chris and Kenneth McCullen. Waiting to see when the pit stops are going to happen.
Well, your Max Brady
too.
group, they've all formed up, and it's gotten a little bit bigger from the last time they did a short pit like that. They've added another driver, Jeremy Pierce, and Corey Stahl a little bit off pace there from their little group. So you got a couple of different fuel run strategies here. You got the ones that short pitted, stuck with the strategy even with the caution. And the ones that are trying to stretch it as far as the truck can go.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody up front is now formed into a single file groove here. And we got one taker, that's John Anderson. Oh, little sideways coming to pit road. He
saw it last night too, man. I had a couple guys come on pit road and they were, you know, slipping and sliding. Like everybody's formed up down low, so pit stops coming up here soon, which they pitted in lap 16, so yeah. Next couple laps, I'd say.
Yeah, next few. You might see them split up here and come about half and half. John Anderson pit stop. He came in all by himself. You don't want to come down
Nah.
solo.
And another thing, when here they come, another thing about this place is you do not want to run out of fuel.
No, you do not. You got about half the front pack there coming down, led by Christopher McCullough.
Come in, get their fuel stops. That's going to lead 3 cars out. Weston, Rice, and Davis. They pit cycle the field around here.
And here you're seeing exit of pit road. That one group, the first group of guys that pitted are cycling out front, and they've got a good group of cars all bunched up, single file, pushing nicely, and they're going to be able to stay ahead. Got a couple lap
here comes
cars
top
here.
3 in pit road. That puts Powers out front. Brady there with it. You see Lee, Bello and company, and they're having to split lap cars because they're not getting out of the way. always
Powers.
dicey. Yeah.
Powers had to dip to the inside there to get to the pit road. And that could have been messy if he didn't get there.
Mm-hmm. All single file, Brady Lee, Bello, Haynes, Paris, Quick, Howard. Oh, he's going to be the first one kind of far back there in the 8th place spot. Kind of got his own on pack running a little bit.
Yeah, he's all by himself.
Yeah, he got freight trained, but I mean, he's going to hook on probably the back end of this pack right here.
Yeah, they need 5th car out there in the little 4-car pack, led by the McCullough. Christopher McCullough.
Yeah, they're solid 10 seconds. But that's what green flag stops did. Last night when we had a bunch of green flag stops early, it split the field up huge. Well, it's been a clean one so far, pretty much. You see the difference in speed. The second pack ran 49.9s to 48.7s on the front pack.
Oh, and I think Matt Slope got dinged with a speeding penalty. He had to come in a second time there, and now he's a lap down.
Hey, you don't want that. Bad business.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get dinged with a speeding penalty at Daytona or Talladega. That just spells disaster all over.
Oh, yeah. Mike Sturgill. I'm going to say he's the dad to the other Sturgill that was out here last night. Because he said his dad was racing. I don't see the other one here. Some of the ones raced last night, not here tonight. Let's take a break.
Well, your lead pack has picked up a few extra trucks here, and never mind. I'm looking at the second pack.
We'll see if they're going to be faster because still running 49.4s to 48.7s up front.
They did pick up the tide machine.
You're getting on halfway here.
Yes, we are.
Got just some clean style racing happening right now.
So you got about
Toby.
You got 9 trucks. That includes your 2 lap down trucks of Eddie Hawks and Chris Zofeld up at the front pack. Then you got to come back 13 seconds to the pack led by Christopher McCullough. They're on the field strategy of stretching the tank as far as it can go. About a 6 lap difference between them and the front pack.
Got Mike Sturgis back here. He's got about 3 machines with him. John Anderson's got about 3 with him. Eddie Hawk, he's kind of stuck in the front pack there.
And Sean Powers, have picked up Sean Powers there.
Everybody's just biding their time. You know, it's still early. Be patient. Hug along a little bit here.
Should be picking up
Matt. Push the envelope yet.
So the lead pack has the most amount of cars in it right now. If you include the lap cars, which they are part of the pack. They're going to try to, Matt Swift is going to try to hitch on to the tail end of the lead pack here. I'll add one more truck to their group. Yep, Sean Powers goes up, that allows Matt Swift to get a little bit of a draft, and they're going to help. That gives them 11 trucks at the front. You got seven in the second pack, 4 in the third, and 3 in the fourth.
Absolutely. It's been a good one. We got Brady out front leading it. Look at Lee. I told you, man, as far as pushing, I mean, he's got his nose buried in. But he holds such a smooth line.
Well, you know, this lead pack, they're going to eventually catch up to the Seth Rice camp here before too long. They're running 48s, and the Seth Rice camp, they're running 51s. They're going to catch them before too long. They can see the back end of their truck going into the corner.
Oh, yeah. I've always been curious as to on the iRacing side of, you see back here, Kenneth McCullen and company got about 5, 6 trucks or so. Why they're so far off the pace as opposed to the front runners?
I mean,
they're a solid second off.
Yeah,
I never understood.
Sure.
Yeah, I never understood that because, I mean, I could see, let's say, all these trucks up front, and let's say Chris only had 2 or 3 trucks with him. I could probably see it then. But with it almost dead even, truck for truck, it's like they're not even running the same time. They're a solid half second to almost a second off. It's like,
well, here's what I'll tell you. John Mullahan just isn't pushing Chris as good as Matt Lee is with Max Brady, and that's really what's slowing up their
But then
group.
if you bring that equation in, look at Maines. He's way far off of what's called, so then you're only talking about 2 trucks pushing up front. Again, I've noticed something I've noticed in iRacing is once you get kind of far back in like a second pack, third pack, or whatever, you can't catch up like in real racing. You know, they always say the more cars you got lined up, run down the pack. Kind of don't work that way in iRacing for some reason.
No.
And I don't know why. I don't understand why. I never understood. I mean, maybe somebody out there can tell me, but I never understood why.
It's really all how everybody coordinates with each other. If somebody's just lifting off too much of the throttle, it can slow your pack up. And one thing they could try here, Chris, if you're listening, or Kenneth, I know both of you are probably listening, the outside lane up by the wall is a little bit quicker if you got a small pack like
Never
what you
mind,
got.
the front pack's coming in pit, so it don't matter now.
Oh, never mind. Well, pit stop number 3 here.
Yeah, they're coming in on their scheduled stop here, green flag, and pretty much brings them all in. But that's always something that has, and I know before somebody says, well, tires. Well, they don't take tires here on the plate tracks, not too often. They're taking 2 right now. You could take 2, but to take 4 really is not beneficial. 2, you can get it because you got to put fuel in it anyways. So, yeah, but really those 2 tires are not going to make that huge of a difference on a plate track.
If you had to take 100% gas, you could take all 4 tires with all the gas because it'd take just as long to put tires on as
Second pack's
100%.
coming in. Or actually, Matt Quick and Ritten out. Cullen's not coming in. That pack's still.
Yeah, I expect to see the McCullough camp here to stay out a couple more laps at least. They were off cycle by 6 lap difference, so at least a couple more laps for them. Looking like once everything settles out, Jason Maines should be the one to be in command of the race. The lead pack got separated under pit stops there. They got Maines, Lee, Brady all together.
Oh, yeah.
Separated Paris and Bello from them.
And you got a few of them from that second pack coming in.
You got one.
Still, oh, Stahl. Why Stahl wants to do that?
I don't know.
Hey, anybody out there? It looks good so far, though. Anybody out there that's pulling for Stahl, y'all might want to call him on the phone and tell him that on a plate track, you don't come in by yourself. That is a death sentence. He's going to be shooting himself in the foot every time he comes in pit road.
Man, somebody tell Stahl you don't pit by yourself at a plate track.
Nah. Not at all. Not.
You need at least one other person with you, if not the whole entire group that he was in.
Yeah. I mean, I would like several with me, but you're right. At least a couple, or at least one, like you said.
You got Terrence Bonney camp here, or the second group that still hasn't made its way down the pit road. They're on the same fuel cycle as your front pack. They're getting caught up by the Jason Maines camp, and not too far behind the Max Brady at the end of Jason Maines camp is the camp of Reitenhauer.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to get the lead pack group back together, minus a couple of the lap cars that they had hanging on the back there before they went in.
And probably going to be about another 4 laps or so here before those top pack comes in the pit.
It should be around another couple at least.
You know, here's another thing that's interesting is the Collins pack up front, those top 10 ran 49.3, 49.8s. Actually, the top 6, my bad, ran 49.3s too. Jason Maines' pack just ran 48.11s. So again, we're back to that. How are they that much quicker?
I'm just not quite.
I've never understood it. How do you make up speed here? I don't get it. Maybe somebody out there can explain it to me. I understand. Like, let's look like a mile and a half track. All right, I get that. You're not always on the throttle, but here you're in that pack, and you're pretty much like Lee right here, who's pushing. We go on board. You can see that RPM gauge is stuck at 7,100.
Oh, what's that? That was Mollahan there on the apron. Oh, he spun out.
Front one's there. Yeah, they just ran 47s too that time. Not quite sure that quick.
I'm not sure, but Mollahan, he got shoved out of the way there.
Yeah, Maines is a little aggressive. He was aggressive last night. He wants to be in that front. I don't blame him. He's not. if there's any truck out there who does not push, well, my bad, it wasn't Maine's. I thought it was Maine. Got into it.
That was Mallahan and McCullough.
But if there's any, I will say, if there's any truck that wants to be out front, it will be Maine's. And so the ultimate setup here is Maine's out front, Lee pushing. Maybe Baker right there in third. If you got that set up to the last lap at least, and it's everybody, fair game. Gosh, man, Western crashing, but you've got that set up. You've got that set up, then you got it. And Josh crashing here, but he's coming out of the pits. What happened to him? Came out of the pits and just ran right into the wall. That thing just went. What?
Oops. Ooh.
One more time. See, I mean, him and Rice.
I'm not sure how Rice didn't avoid that. That was the slowest crash, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they ain't going much more than like 60 or 70 here, because pit road is 60 mile an hour. He gets to 78 there, and
tires or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess old tires, and then bam, Rice right into the door. Slowest crash at Daytona, ladies and gentlemen, that you'll ever see.
I was about to see. Now, curiosity, does Maines and these guys come into pits? Still can't make it all the way. You still need a few cautions, like they are. Remember, Saturdays has not been too good for Maine's. Friday night's been really good.
Yeah, this is gonna change things up. Everybody still will have to make at least a pit stop. Just can't go 25 laps on 55%.
It needs about 3 cautions or so, man. You need several cautions to help you out.
Indeed. It's going to be interesting if they gamble here on fuel strategy. I mean, there ain't too many cars. I mean, there's going to be a few cars here that takes the wave around, but they're going to be well off cycle as lap cars are.
Well, I'm going to take it off what Cody said last night in the chat. It's SuperSpeedway racing. If it goes caution free from here to there to the end, then hallelujah, but it's SuperSpeedway racing. More likely going to be a caution. Yeah, bunch them back up too. That's another thing there, Duck. You're right. Does bunch the field right back up. Maybe we're just going to try to get a bird with something. Who you want to talk to? Who you think would be good?
Let me see. Well, let's bring the people's man up of Corey Stahl.
Corey, you're in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Well, all right, right now you're sitting 5th. I think that caution might have helped you because you're a little bit off cycle on the pit stops there and no partner going in. How you feeling about the night?
Just trying to survive right now. Did get off cycle there. Been having bad exits out of the pits. Been losing the group. Not a whole lot of people to work with out here tonight.
But you got a fan club out there. They're trying to support you on though.
Yeah, I always appreciate those guys.
Well, he said to go back green. Good luck out there, Corey.
Hey, thank you, man.
All right. Sounds like he's really kind of more strategy. He's in the zone.
He is in the zone. I'd be in the zone too if I was third car outside lane. That's where I was last weekend. NASCAR Cup Series racing, about won the thing. Except it was a green-white checkered deal. This is more like 20 lap green-white checkered deal. You gotta make a move.
Bro. Well, we'll see. 24 to go here. Crossing. All right. Now. Baines get out front. What do you want?
Well, you see Max Brady, he'll abandon the bottom groove, gets up in behind Matt Lee. They're going to work together. Max Brady.
Matt Lee and him's going to drop instantly to the bottom here.
They might pull Max Brady here if they can. Yep, they're going to pull Max Brady along with them. They're going to all three drop down to the bottom groove.
And that's a perfect example of the truck behind Chad Ross was not tucked up on his bumper. And I would actually be like, dude, now there's a good example of, okay, work on late track racing, drafting a little bit, because he should have been glued to his bumper on that start. It was too far off. It's allowed those top three trucks to drop down. Here comes Stahl, the high line. And what he said he didn't have anybody to work with.
Well, he's got some help. Eddie Hawks is actually one lap down there, right behind him. Ooh, don't want to get shoved up like that. That's going to kill off the momentum for the high side.
Yeah, you want to keep that thing straight.
And now he's going to go down low here in front of the Tide rod. Zofeld. Well, Zofeld and Eddie Hawks both are a lap down. I mean, I don't know if I'd abandon the help that you just got.
Yeah.
Here comes John Ballou with Jeremy Paris. They're going to try to get the third groove working here. The 88 car and the 24 car.
Top lane. Bowling.
Well, okay, there's not much of a middle groove right now. There was a middle groove. Now it's a bottom groove with a singular truck in the middle and two up top. Oh, a little shove from Eddie Hawks to John Ballou. That got a little hairy. Had to hang into it there for John.
Yeah, we're riding here along with Paris and got a front view seat of that one.
Woo. Now the problem is Eddie Hawks is a lap down. He's
he can help anybody.
Yeah, he can help anybody he wants right now. He just has to stay ahead of Matt Swope for the lucky dog and not get an incident point if we do get a caution. Chris Zofeld right there below those two in the Tide machine. He is 3 laps down, so he can really help out anybody he wants.
Well, if there's anything that I can tell these guys, number one thing they want to do is get up there and break up that duo between Lee and Maines. It's going to be a long night.
I go far out of saying the trio of Maines, Lee, and Brady.
Yeah. See them up front. They're tagged together, nose to tail.
Well, what might help the high side here is that Chad Ross is kind of hanging off the back bumper of Max Brady, and that's allowing your outside group here to really pull up next door to Jason Maines, big push from Eddie Hawks to John Ballou, a little bit hairy again. Got a little off center. Just got to keep that thing centered up on the truck of Eddie. If when you go to push, you don't want to be too far off, and that's what happens.
Yeah, that low line, they're hooked up so well. Tough. It's a run right here, Bellows does, but watch Lee going on the back stretch right here. As soon as they come out of the turn, boom!
Bam!
Hits that bump, right? Hits the back end. And then whatever momentum the high lane had coming out of the turn, they're going to lose by the time they get to turn 3.
Well, the high side just lost help of Kobe Stupin right there. Supfin. He dropped down in between Brady and Chad Ross. Remember, all these drivers still have to make at least one pit stop. They're all well within the window to make it to the end, unless there was a few green-white checkers at the end.
Ultimately, the top 3 would probably want to call.
Ultimately, yes. Oh, we got
And
caught
as I
in
said
the-
that,
no caution, yeah. Okay.
you know why? Because
Yeah,
there's
the
the
caution.
yellow. Because that started with Mulhan was involved, but it's that
Tide
tide
machine.
machine blinks. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go on Mulhan. What happened? Because tide machine, you're gonna see him right up there at the front. Got sideways, but he blinked out, so that's why I don't want to stay on him because the camera in there. The little side draft going wrong, then he blinks right there, and then
I don't
Mulhan
think
gets
he blinked.
tagged.
I think he all forward.
Might have got the instant limit.
Well, maybe.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it shows him with a black flag, a DQ flag, so.
yeah, he's hit a lot. So now, here's the perfect scenario. Everybody's coming on pit road.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can make it all the way now.
A couple green white checkers, maybe not, but right now we're into the playing field here.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's played in the Mains and Lee's and Brady's hands right here. They'll say you got to break that trio up front there. Let's see if Baines can bounce back. Last night he came up close, finished second. It was in the money. And put it in the #1 spot tonight. Baines game. In his box, perfect. Yeah, put a lot of fuel in it.
Well,
There's no way they could have filled that thing up.
No, because it's only 55% fuel load. That's 6 seconds. It's like half.
All right, so Brady got out in front of Lee now, so let's see what happens on that one. Obviously, they're going to go, if we can't break down how they're going to probably line this up. I'm going to say that Maines is going to stay low because that's going to put Lee down behind him.
Mm-hmm. Ballooing.
They're going to leave Brady out to dry up top. Brady's on his own now.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing he can do unless Lee and Maines gets in front, because I'm going to go ahead and say it. Maines is not going to let Brady get in front of him.
No.
I would not think. Because Maines is more of a guy who wants to be out front pulling than he does pushing. Lee, though, really knows how to push well.
Yeah,
And,
I don't think. Yeah. And
then
Baloo,
again, I could be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong.
maybe Baloo gives Max Brady a pretty good push here and pushes him out in front of the duo.
Doug, you're right. He has hit a lot of time
No,
car out there. He hit that tie truck. He was hitting a lot out there.
He-
Wouldn't be surprised
he
if his
cleaned it.
yeah, he cleaned a lot. Wouldn't be surprised if he didn't hit the limit. So this is interesting. Okay, I know what they're doing now.
Okay.
I got the strat. Okay, so Mains went high. Brady's going to ease the inside along with Lee and let Mains go down. Okay, so I didn't think about that scenario there. Now that works out.
Now it's going to put Lee in third, and Lee, Lee, he likes
But they're still going to
win.
be. Those three are still going to be hooked up. This is the scenario that I forgot about this. The watch Mains, as soon as he takes off, Brady's not going to take off as quick, and Mains is instantly brought down or bottom. And then you've got the tandem back together. All the way up to the last lap.
You want to hear my crazy book of messing up the trio here? Kobe lays off, John just goes, and they just all form up on the outside and mess up their little trio strategy. Kobe just has to lay off of
If they
Matt
can
Lee.
get one truck to get in front of them, yeah, which is all it takes usually is one truck.
Well, if you're Baloo, I'd be shoving Jason Mains and having.
I'm like you. I'd be on his back bumper. I mean, I wouldn't. And as soon as he goes, I'm going.
I mean, you got to split them up some way you can split them, and Baloo is the one that could split them here.
The bad thing about Ballows is he might not have help behind him. Either way, we're going to find out what's going to happen.
Look at this. Ballows is right up on the bumper of
Yeah.
Mains. Oh, he's listening here, Jeff.
He has to. I mean, that's his only hope. Because you already know what the scenario is, and you see it right there. You see what Brady's doing. He held up that inside lane, those two did. And ideally, he wants to hold it up right there enough to get Mains, which he got too much of a push. He don't want to hold it up too much and then let, 2 or 3 other trucks come blow down there on the bottom.
Well, Kobe did lay off of Lee, like I said. Both Baloo and Kobe
They tried it there going into turn 1, but it didn't work. They saw that Ballows is still glued to that bumper.
Well, Ballows needed to do that to try to push both him and Mains out front.
Well, not only
Kobe
Ballows,
laid
he's got help too.
Yeah, he's got help behind from Paris and Stahl right now, the people's champ.
Yeah, so not only does Bellows, like you said, on that top lane, but now might be, they're trying it again. They're trying to get him down there, but the problem is they can't let off too much because right behind Mains is a stack full of trucks that, and look at them right there. They're pushing. Now I think Mains could drop down now.
Mains has it cleared right now if he wanted down. Kind of shocked he ain't going for it.
Now the only, and you know how the draft works here, Corey. The only reason I could say that he probably didn't drop down right there was that Bellows had such a good run, and never mind, we got trucks spinning in the back. Caution's out.
Davis.
Urkel. What happens on the replay? Going back there, looked like they were trying to come into pit crew. Yeah, Mains couldn't drop down because he knows it would kill the momentum, some of that inside. Bellows was just pushing so hard that outside lane probably could have freight trained. Oh, right in front of Sturgill. Sturgill went down to the pits.
No, Sturgill never went to the pit. It started with Clayton Davis there, Joe. It started with Clayton Davis. I looked at it. Alright. Go to Clayton Davis.
Alright, here we go. Watch it one more time. He's about that mid-pack right now. Kind of just cruising along, minding his own business. And you know, you got a truck in your side.
Well,
right there. And,
it
bump
gets-
draft in the turn.
Yeah,
Oh.
Christopher McCullough just, when he came up, the momentum shifted and McCullough got into the back and around he goes.
Bump drafting in the turns and all, a little early for it. It's just up, gonna be less than 10 to go here.
Moving
Oh,
lanes in the turn ain't too bright of an idea either. I've done that. I've lost Daytona 500s by moving lanes. I said no more moving lanes. I don't care. The outside lane can have the run. I'm going to stay. I'm going to sit my little butt right down on the bottom. And I ain't moving mid-corner. No more. No more mid-corner moves.
I'm blaming.
The momentum, when you scrub from the bottom up, you scrub so much momentum that the guy behind you on the high side, they don't check up enough. They're just going to run into you like you seen right there with Christopher McCullough into the back of Clayton Davis.
Well,
So now Brady and Lee have 1-2. That's what it's showing. So strategy here is going to flip-flop. I wonder what
same thing.
Yeah.
Brady will go high, and I'll let Lee and Maines down low, and they'll try to do what they did before. Try to see if they can't get Brady out front. Is my guess. That's the same scenario.
And Kobe has to either lay off and not push Brady, and Bello just has to push the duo of Lee and Maines in order to split the trio up. They got to split the trio up somewhat.
Oh yeah, and they were trying to do that last time, and they were doing a good job. Bellows was actually doing a good job of what he needed to do. Stay hooked to that back bumper of Maines, and what it was doing was it was holding Maines up from dropping down low. I mean, he had the opening a couple times. The problem is if he would have done that, it might have slowed up Lee and them behind him too much when he dropped down instantly and allowed that top lane to go by. Maybe Brooks could have got in front of him. So it was really smart for Maines not to go instantly drop down to the bottom. I think he realized that would have slowed him up. A really good heads up on Maine's part on that. Realize, hey, look, let me go ahead and just stay up high here. Better for me to stay side by side with these guys. And then when our opening comes, then do it.
Well, right now, I'm going to flip the strategy from the last time. Kobe, you got to lay off of Max Brady. Bella, you've got to push the duo of Lee and Maines out front so far from Brady that the outside can form a third groove and shove Brady into the middle.
How would you want to lay off Brady?
Don't let the trio form up, Joe. Do not let the trio become the trio again.
Wouldn't Kobe want to stay hooked up to the
No, if
bumper?
Kobe drops off of Brady, they can form up a third groove and
Right, that's what I'm saying.
force
Why would
Brady
he
into
want
the
to?
middle.
Why would he want to drop off of? Why wouldn't he want to stay hooked up to him?
No, because Brady wouldn't be able to get out in front of Lee. If they did here, you'll see what I mean. I know they are. Look at, yeah, Kobe's hanging off.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, never mind. There you go.
Oh well,
He's
they
instantly just going to go straight down. So Kobe needed to be hooked up to his bumper.
they're all gonna lay off the trio and maybe form up their own groove up top.
Bad move.
That's what
Bad
I would
move.
do.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. How patient is Maines? And I've seen this last night. Maines actually dumped Baker and Lee.
That's what he just did.
Earlier in the race. So now with 8 laps to go, no. Now, but the thing is, this might be by design. Problem is Bellows. But then Maines might go, you know what? Bellows was pushing me pretty good earlier. I might stick with him. You know?
Well, right now, I
Might
don't.
have found a new partner. You know, you never know.
Well, you're trying to split up the trio, but the trio just can't get split up because they know your game plan.
Right. Right.
You got to figure out how to split them all up at the same time. If
Well,
you
you
leave
see
two
right now,
together,
and this is the thing, you see Maines, I don't know, I think he feels like Bellows right now because he can't get Lee behind him. Maybe he doesn't have, I'm just saying this, just to say it. Maybe he doesn't have the trust of Brady being a pusher. He likes Lee. But right now he's seeing Bellows as pushing like crazy.
Now the question is, if Paris gets Bellows out in front of Brady, does Bellows abandon Jason up top?
Yeah. Well, we all know it's going to come to a head here in about another 6 more laps, folks, as it always does here at Daytona. About to see how this thing's going to unfold. Usually it's going to unfold in hang on a minute.
They're going 3-1.
All right. Going to unfold here in about carnage is about the one thing it's going to unfold into. And right there, you saw lost a lot of momentum on that top side.
Well, I thought Bella was going to go up top on mains for a moment, and then Chad Ross kind of snuck his way through about 5 of them and made a middle groove occur, and now I don't even know what they're doing.
Mike Sturgill, man, back up here to 6.
I think Bellows really wants to move Maines out of his way and separate him. He wants to put Maines all by himself in a groove and just force him to drop. I see Christopher McCullough.
Well, at some point,
in a third groove.
I'm going to say at some point, Maines is going to have to see if he's going to go to the front. There again, I've always said this too, you don't have to pass the guy, you just got your nose out front. If I'm Maines, I like where I'm at. I like the high side. I like where Bellows is at. Don't particularly like being the guy down there low. Great.
I don't like being where Maines is, though. They could easily betray and form a third groove and force Maines into the middle, and he drops like a rock.
Lee right now is boxed in. He was boxed in like Maines was last night. He can't go low. He can't go high. He just got to pray and then push the heck out of Brady.
Here's what may help them out a little bit. The McCulloughs at the back of this group, they're trying to form up the third groove. Now Joe Cogburn goes up there for the third groove. And we're forming up 3 lines here. They get enough trucks up there, and they don't do that. They don't want to do that.
Good save by Chris McCullough.
That was Jeremy Paris that did the save. And Jeremy
and then we got a truck.
The spin.
Yeah,
don't back it up. Don't back it up. Don't back it up. Don't bring the caution out.
Don't do that. We don't want green light.
No caution yet. Okay.
Well, now's the time getting dicey, and you can see they're getting dicey back there in the back.
That was a miracle no caution right there, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure how that wasn't a caution.
There's your caution.
That might be your caution.
Quick. Off into the infield.
Okay, there's a yellow. Very, very delayed yellow.
Let's go, because I think it's more than 2 cars. Go back and watch Matt Quick here. Last night's winner. Boy. Like side drafting going wrong. Him in the 20. Yep. Oh, the 20 just got him barely. And from there, they're off into the grass. Chewing.
You see the cat coming towards you, the angry cat.
The angry cat.
No. Oh no, what a sight.
Oh, then Rittenauer's involved.
Eddie Hawks. It's like Clayton Davis involved.
Green, white, checkered #1 here. Now let's, and here's the thing. You want to help out, but the helping out's out the window now. But let's still try to break down on what they might do. They and Maines is leading.
And it shows.
I'm going to say he's going low. Well, then again, all depends on where Bellows goes. Actually, he could go high Oh no, Bellows would go low. He goes low, then Bellows is going.
Oh no. Okay, so Mains, if he goes high, he'll have Lee behind him.
So he's got a choice. Does he want Lee or does he want Bellow?
Pick your choice
Yeah,
here.
pick your choice. Now, he knows Lee has pushed him to the front many a time. Bellows, though, even though was pushing very well, what's he going to do on the last lap? Kind of is more familiar with Lee. To me, I'd pick Lee if I was him.
Well, Bello tried to abandon Mains there.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's pushed it. That's why I'd go with Lee because he kind of knows Lee. Both of them are great pushers from what I can see and did a great job. But he knows Lee a little bit more. They've worked together a lot better, what it looks like. As opposed to Bellows, even though they were working great, I mean, they were a great tandem. You saw it there. He doesn't know him as well, lack of a better word. But, and you got Brady in the mix here now. You count him out. Who's going to have Bellows? And remember, Bellows is going to be boxed in bottom there.
Yeah, this is a tough one. How do you
He's
want
a head scratcher here, man.
I mean, how do you split this one?
This is, I mean, you know, we're talking about the top four guys, but you can't rule out guys back here like Chad Ross, Colby, Corey Stahl, Chris McCullen. You can't rule out any of those guys back there because you know, and I know plate racing, anything can happen.
They're going to form a third groove real quick.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something. Mains might go down low.
We're about to
Mains
find out.
likes. Here's the thing now. Mains does like the low line better. He prefers it better. So he might. Knowing the only thing I would say, knowing that here's the thing that might be with Bellows. Looks like that's what he's going to do. Let me throw this out. Is Bellows is going to be boxed in if the top lane stays like it is. So he knows Bellows can't go low. Bellows couldn't go high unless they wreck up in front of it or top of it. So he's going to have to push him. That might be why he did what he did here. That and the fact, Mains does like the low line.
Well, Bellows at this point, he ain't going to try to separate the trio. He's going to have to just push Mains and stay
If
on
I'm in
Mains.
his spot, if I'm in his spot right now, if I'm in Bellows' spot, I'm tucking on the back bumper of Mains. And if I can't win it, I'm at least try to get second by pushing that. I mean, I'm going to tell Mains, look, dude, last lap, last two turns, you better hang on because I'm shoving your tailgate to your radiator. I mean, I ain't coming unglued to it. I mean, I ain't going to wreck you or try not to wreck you, But if I can't get up high or low and I know I'm boxed in, I want it to finish just like he is right there where my bumper's in front of that guy on the top.
We're either going to be best friends after this turn 4 or we're going to be the worst of enemies.
Yeah, no doubt. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Well, here we go. Will they make it to the white flag? Because this should be green, white, checkered attempt number 1.
It is green, white, checkered attempt number 1. We get 2 of these attempts. We can get a wreck before we get back around the 2.5 mile racing track and attempt it again, or we can get to the white flag and they can literally all kill each other and somebody from dead last.
They usually do. Pace cars in. Here we go. Mains and Cody. You see Bellows already going, yeah, hang on, Mains. I'm pushing.
Oh, and look at this outside. Kobe backed off of Lee and Brady there, maybe thinking third groove. That might be the thing here.
Ooh, they're already beating
Harrison
and banging in
McCall.
the back. Chris, hang on to it. He did. Wow.
Okay, that ain't gonna help things on the outside third groove
I
situation.
said Bellows was going to be pushing for everything. Look at this. He is glued to that back bumper like, The problem is, the thing about it is, though, is Brady has a very good pusher, too, and knows how this game works. I mean, look at Lee. So, it's a chess match, man, between the top row and the bottom row.
It ain't about the second pusher, it's who's the third pusher.
I think that's what's going to come down, yeah.
White flag in the air one more time around
Oh,
here.
man, I'm going to tell you what. I think Brady had that at the line by, like, I don't know, an inch or maybe, but white flag, this is it right here.
There we go. Third groove. Thought about forming up. Who goes up there? Oh,
that's what I told you. Look at Bellows. Look at Bellows. Bellows, he told Maines hang on, and he was pushing him through the turn. It's about the only time I'd advocate for that. But last turn, last time. Here we go.
It's about the third pusher. That's who's going to get the win for somebody up at the front. Unless they crash. Chad Ross looks like he's the best pusher for the third man in line. Paris fell off of back of lead. Chad Ross just giving the push. Now Paris goes up top. That's going to kill the momentum. They're going to be door to door.
Brady got it.
Brady. Wow.
Wow, by like an inch. Maines again comes home in second. Bellows up in third. Man. Oh, you know, folks, that don't get your blood pumping and your hair running up and down. I don't know what will. What a finish.
1/1000th of a second there, Jeff.
Yes, it was close. It was bumpers right there. Wow, Brady pulling it off.
Wow.
Brady's down here. Let's go ahead and get a word with Brady here real quick. Brady, join the booth. Got a copy?
I got a copy, brother.
Man, you know, we sit up here and analyze these restarts, the last several of them, and Bellows and Lee are great pushers from what we gather. We know Lee is. And it looked like y'all three were just really hooked up very well. Maines, you, and Lee all were hooked up early on. But you couldn't get hooked up there at the end. And we knew Maines, we thought Maines was actually going to go with Lee there at the end, but he went with Bellows. But, man, you had a great pusher in Lee.
Oh, yeah.
But coming across that line, man, what was going through your mind?
Well, I was informed that there is you could go below the yellow line. So at first we were coming off of turn 4, and I just wanted to make sure nobody got below the yellow line and maybe hit each other and caused a big wreck. So that was my first thing. And then I just had a great push from Matt. So right there, I just tried to hold a steady line and try to get to the line first.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it was, I mean, you can't get no closer than what y'all come across the line.
Yeah.
I mean, what a finish. What a good one here tonight. It all worked out for you, brought home the money. You got anybody you want to thank for an awesome finish?
Yeah, so I'd like to thank Jason Maines and Matthew Lee for helping me there. My team, Lowline Racing, associated with LA Saddlery Sports. I'd also like to thank Jeffrey for putting this on. I know they do this every week, and I've missed the last couple of them, but it's always a blast doing this. This is, I guess, my first earnings off iRacing, which is actually pretty cool because I've been on the sim for a couple of years. So that's always nice. But probably going to take that money and probably register for tomorrow's race.
Hey, why not, man? Try to double up. I mean, you got to look. Which you mentioned Elliott Esports, and I know Maines and Garrett Maines are part of that too. So I'm going to say that you're part of the team there with them, and it's probably why y'all work together so well. And Maines had a pretty good night last night, second place. Tonight, second place. He's definitely in money. So, but man, I tell you what a great win. What an exciting finish and awesome, man. Again, congratulations on that win there, Brody.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
There we go. That's Brady, man. I tell you what a wild one. And that kind of answered a question on why they all work together. But bring up third place man here, Bellows.
Hey, John, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, third place podium finish here, Saturday night money race. How was it?
It was just good enough, man. Third place pays, so I mean, really couldn't do anything crazy being boxed down on the bottom. I would have preferred to have been in the top lane there on the restart, but the top lane in these trucks just has so much more momentum that it's a lot easier, and I might have pushed it 3 wide if I had help, but everybody seemed like they wanted to settle for the top 5 once they knew that was the paying spots.
I mean, yeah, you got to kind of get the money back, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. Hey, I've done the same thing, but, I figured at the money, somebody would have went 3 wide a little bit quicker. But hey, it is what it is. So I did all I could do. I know that.
No doubt. Did you have any plans to try and separate the trio, the Brady, Maines, and Lee group?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. I mean, they're really good at this, and teamwork here, it really does pay dividends for getting you track position and putting you in them spots. That's why we started pitting with them, because we could put that big gap on the field, and if it stayed green, I'd rather the pack only be 4 or 5 cars, and we race, or trucks, and we race against those 4 or 5. Now it'd have been hard, 3-on-2 or 3-on-3, but if we could have ever stayed green, I think it would have been a more exciting finish. Not that tonight it wasn't, but you have to split them up. I mean, they're good.
Yeah, no doubt about that, man. You got anybody I can thank tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I got to thank Jeremy Paris. He was trying to work with me all night. We had a good plan. We run these a lot lately, and we know who we got to beat and what we got to do to beat them, and sometimes it's easier said than done, and I just can't thank anybody else, really. I mean, tonight was a pretty solid night. Didn't have to use a fast repair, nothing like that. Truck was clean, didn't get in any accidents, didn't have any, crap moments. They were all just, it was clean. I mean, if you walk out of here top 3 with no scratches, I mean, you got to be kind of excited. This place can eat you up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'd take that as a win. Well, there you have, folks. Your 3rd place driver, John Ballard.
Thank you, guys.
I'm doing great. Well, bring old Haynes up here. I didn't get a. Jason, Joanne Boots, got a copy?
What's up, Joe?
Man, well, last night, not a bad night on Fridays. I know sometimes Fridays your best night. Tonight, Saturdays usually get you get kicked on it a lot, but 2 top 2 finishes 2 nights in a row. How's it feel?
Oh, it's awesome. Hey, I'm in here for the fun, man, and that was great, clean racing with John. Everybody up front was clean, and that's what it's about, man. I'm not, if you win, it's great, but you got to have fun at it, and that's why I do it. So, I'm happy for Max, happy for John. Great push. Like I told him last night when I was behind Quick, I work with Quick. I was content where I was at. Now I could have been aggressive and try to stick it in there, but I'd worked with him the week before, and there's nights when you're 3rd, you're just going to push somebody to win, and that's okay. Yeah. And tonight that was John behind me.
And you talk about it last night, you were boxed in, but it was different tonight. You actually had a choice on who you wanted to pick tonight. You went with Bellows. Now, I know you like the low lane a lot better than you do that high lane. I've just watched you race a lot. Seems like you prefer it more, but I mean, was that something going through your mind? Like, who do I pick? Do it because you worked well with Lee, but then you had Bellows who was working great early. What was you thinking there on that restart?
Well, just like last night, I went back and watched the broadcast when it was over. What I was doing going to the bottom, I wasn't hanging out Baker and all last night. That was the plan. So, and then at the end of the race, we were all together. They got wrecked, but it was working out good. Tonight, I trust John behind me, and that's what it comes down to. I mean, if you trust the person behind you, then you'll line up with them. So I had no quorums with being with him. I knew he'd race me clean, and I'd race him clean if I was behind him. So yeah, it all worked out. Max, I was working with him and working with Lee, obviously, and it worked out well.
Oh, absolutely. And and that's the thing. We talk about it week in and week out. Kind of the trio, yourself usually with Lee, Baker's usually there along with it. Tonight it looks like Brady's there with y'all too. But the trio, you got to break y'all up. If it doesn't, if these guys out here haven't learned that yet, they're gonna learn the hard way. They got to break you guys up because once y'all get hooked together, it's a tandem. But man, come home in second tonight. You got anybody want to thank for an awesome finish?
Well, Joe, I always thank the same people, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's why we're here. Everything we do is for him. I want to thank Elliott Sadler Esports, Linux Industry, Bradley Mechanical, and to the Apex for coming on board this year. Chevy Liners, they've been a great support for my son as well. You guys for doing the broadcast, Jeff for putting it on. Congrats to Max, hell of a job. Brady, definitely deserve that. And Thank you to John for the push and Matt Lee, and it's just great racing up front. I mean, that's what it's about, man. It's racing, having fun with it. You're not going to win every race. Just if it's clean, it's fun.
And it's plate track racing, man. It's
good
awesome,
times.
man, to get up there. It's wild, like I said. But hey, you still come home in the money. Stack it 2 nights in a row. You're racking it up. I tell you, you have to send you guys out for dinner eventually.
Whoa. Now, hold on. Back that up for a second. Now, I was working with Max, and I do believe he got the bigger payout. Max is not going to buy dinner. He's going to send a limo and pick Lehigh up and John.
There you go. I tell you what, again, congratulations on that second there, Jason, man, and an awesome finish.
Thanks, boss, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, there we go. Well, yeah, kind of told the story there, Corey, of why they work together so well. And, the trust factor, we were talking about that earlier. Who do you trust more? He felt comfortable with Bellows, even though he does feel comfortable with Lee and them. But at the end of the day, it's fun, and it's got to go for the win.
Yes, you did, Joe. You got to have the trust in everybody around you that can shove and you can shove, and you got to have a third man that can shove as well.
Yeah. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. It's always a wild one here for these money races here for the Ford Entertainment Group. For myself and everyone, have a good night.